Baptist minister, two-time presidential candidate, and civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson passed away this morning at the age of 84 years old. As many honor his legacy, we're taking a look at his local imprint here on the Valley. Joining me now is publisher emeritus of the Buckeye Review, Dr. Mike McNair, and New Bethel Baptist Church's Reverend Ken Simon. Thank you for the two of you taking the time to join me here. For historical background purposes, folks that are, looking at the history and the impact that he had. It was 1966, Martin Luther King Jr. hired him. They moved to Chicago. What did the relationship look like as it started to grow between the two of them?
They're both part of the movement in Abernathy and the rest of them, Bevels. Jesse was young, of course, at that time, and ambitious, and so there was, down the road there were not tensions, but there were just like some differences of approaches, and but there was a strong cooperative effort on both of their parts to be a part of the movement. Dr. King, leading the movement, and Jesse was an integral part of that.
And Dr. King, after he passed, he took on a lot of that effort and led the way. Absolutely,
absolutely. And his Rainbow Coalition that he created was an inclusive movement, so that everyone felt represented under the umbrella of the Rainbow Coalition.
And we have some historical images from the WFMJ archives. We found images of Jackson running for president in 1988 in Youngstown at Stambaugh, alongside then Youngstown Mayor Pat Ungaro and Camel Mayor James Vargo. They're pictured together. We also see photos of his visit in Warren at LTV Steel, wearing a hard hat at the time, meeting with supporters on the scene, and his visits, all throughout that campaign. He ran in 84 and 88. What do you remember most about him as a candidate, Mike?
Well, I remember his mantra, which was keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive.
And but I think the mantra, even though it was then, right, is more of a movement for now, right? Because if you think about it in context of history, he was in the river with a long line of leaders, from Frederick Douglass, Ida B. Wells, even Shirley Chisholm, people who have run for office who have made a big impact on America. But if we recall, the reason that his run was so important was because not too many people ran for office or were holding office, and yet early in the Reconstruction period there was over 2,000 black elected officials, and it wasn't until the 1898 massacre and other violent retrenchment against black people in elected office, it went from that many to almost zero. And that's why it's like, oh, now it's like it's a first. Well, it's not really a first. It's a long forward movement of hope and change. And as long as we continue in that vein, we can expand it from a mantra to a movement and to a habit of voting, of paying attention to what's going on.
And Ken, talk about your local connection to this. Your father was involved with his local campaign?
Yes, my father was the regional coordinator for his campaign in this area, and so they went around to the valley, setting up, having rallies for his campaign, and Father has tons and tons of photos and albums that for each campaign that when he ran both times, and so it's exciting just being around him. He was a charismatic leader, and very, very personable, because he just believed in, having the common touch with people that he, the common ordinary citizen. He wasn't too distant where he was above. He sympathized with the plight of the people. And so it was just an exciting time to see a presidential candidate here in the Valley that was really running for the people.
That was a tough time too in the 80s. Talk about that, what he meant to you in that moment when you may have had some exposure.
Well, I think the fact that he included people, because African Americans have been excluded for so long. Then the inclusion was a big deal. The Rainbow Coalition was a big deal, and it was not unlike the beloved community that Dr. King talked about. Really, it's for everybody, and we kind of type civil rights as for black people, but wasn't it for everyone?
It's for everyone.
right?
And
It was for everyone.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
Ken, just finish off real quick. What does he mean to the Valley and to politics too?
Yeah, representation, and that's what his message was about. We being at the table, including all people of all races, of all cultures, in this coalition, because America is a melting pot, and we're supposed to exemplify that in our politics and all walks of life. And he made that real in his campaign, that we all belong here as citizens of America, and we all had a voice. And so he gave us a louder voice.
All right. Thank you so much. Touching moment here. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us here on 21 News at